The Dallas Mavericks with the shocker. Dallas Mavericks trade Luka Doncic to the Lakers, and in return, they get Anthony A.D. Davis. This was wild to me. I heard this about at like 10:30 on what I think Saturday night, Friday or Saturday night, and it was like a bomb went off. I thought that people were just doing these bullshit fake memes, and then I realized that this was reality. I just couldn't believe it. Like, this is one of the biggest stars to ever be traded, and the fact that he's just about to turn 26, I really think that Dallas kind of fucked up by, shipping him off, especially to a rival. That's the rule of sports. You never ship someone that you feel is a game changer to a rival. But now they could both meet in the Western Conference Finals. So that's kind of wild. And to me, this is a future thing. Like for Luka, like I wouldn't expect him to go to the finals or win a championship this year, seeing as this is the halfway point. I feel like him and LeBron got to really like kind of figure it out because they are both ball dominant. So that's going to be kind of tough. But I think it'll work. And the Lakers now have their official future. They were saying Anthony Davis was, but now it looks like they're going in a different direction. And I think that's partly LeBron's fault because he doesn't want to go away. So all it does is AD's time just keeps getting eaten away. So I do like Anthony Davis going to the Mavs. Now it's Kyrie, Clay, and Anthony Davis, and they got big men Gafford and Lively, which is cool. They might not be done in the trade market as well as the Lakers. So, they got nice pieces that they could. To me, Lakers traded for the future, but the Mavericks traded for, we went to the finals last year. We could do it this year. We could do it. And that's their intentions. And I kind of don't trust the Dallas GM. He kind of looks a little shady, but, it did come out that they were worried about extending him in the offseason for the big Supermax extension because of body weight issues. They said that he reached about 270 pounds at one point this season. They said he's like drinking too much. You remember last year when the Mavs made it to the finals and executive Michael Finley, he took the beer away from Luka, and Luka is looking at him like, what the fuck, bro? So there probably some real life concerns, and especially with his conditioning, just keeping in shape and stuff. They're saying that he's been having a lot of soft tissue injuries, and it has to do with poor conditioning. So I don't know. You never can tell, but some players, they like Jokic, like they don't gotta be in the peak physical shape because they just don't need to. They just ball out whatever weight they're at, and that's just the way their body's made and their body works. So maybe a little overreaction, but they want to do what's best for their franchise. I mean, it reminds me of when Kobe used to always get pissed off at Shaq because Kobe's in there working out like a motherfucker in the offseason. Shaq's over there partying. He comes in overweight because he knew he had Kobe, and he knew they were gonna, win finals. So, but this is a big shocker, and I want to see what happens. I'm really paying attention to the Mavs immediately, but let's see how Luka and LeBron kind of mesh. And they are saying that LeBron could waive his no trade clause, maybe go to Golden State with Steph, which I would fucking love. He could go somewhere else, possibly the Knicks. So let's see what happens. This is crazy. This is crazy shit. As much as I hate, as you've heard me talk about Jimmy Butler, he's in the news again with all these trades going on. It's kind of like, where's he gonna go now? He was the main focus. Now it's like, oh yeah, Jimmy wants to get traded. So Jimmy Butler came out I think it was last night, and said because Golden State was looking good to maybe acquiring him, but it came out that Steve Kerr said that they have some concerns based on his like level of commitment and everything. And then it also came out last night that he told the Warriors when they're in trade talks that he's not going to sign the extension at the end of the year. So I don't like. I was feeling sorry for Jimmy, but now it's like, what the fuck do you want? Just come out and say it. I want to go to Phoenix and I want to re-sign there. Like, just say it. Like, fucking mind games. I'm kind of like going back and like maybe Pat Riley wasn't wrong. I mean, it's just like make up your fucking mind. Let's get this over with and let's focus on after the All-Star break and the road to the finals. Cause he is fucking bullshitting. I mean, why can't you tell people you're sitting on your ass suspended indefinitely? Come on, man. Well, Sacramento Kings finally pulled the trigger on that trade and sent De'Aaron Fox to the San Antonio Spurs to team up with Wemby. And it was like a 3-team trade. So Zach LaVine from the Bulls went to the Sacramento Kings. I mean, that's the only shit that really mattered in the trade. So I think the Spurs definitely win this one because they got a nice duo, and I guess that's really the duo that has been setting the trend the past years in the league. You need a dominant point guard and a dominant center, and that's kind of what they got right now. I definitely that's a good 1-2 combo because every time my team plays against the Sacramento Kings, the only person I was worried about was De'Aaron Fox, little roadrunner fuck that really could get to it. There's no limits on his game. And, the Spurs are up and coming. They got a lot of youth in there. So, you know, I could see them doing something this year if they stay in contention and everything. I see them being a hard out in the playoffs. And going to the Kings, it's like, they signed DeMar DeRozan in the offseason, which was a big pickup. And now they got Zach LaVine. So who the fuck are they? They're last year's Bulls without Lonzo and with the whatever the fuck his name is, Sabonis. I can't stand that guy. Sabonis to me is like a fake leader. I like him. A little soft fucker. But the Kings, I kind of think they don't really go down. They don't go up. They just kind of stay where the fuck they're at. And maybe a play-in team, but we'll see with them. I don't see how this trade. Obviously, if you lose De'Aaron Fox, you're not going to have a big improvement. But I don't see where they kind of improve in this trade. I swear to God, everything's going down right now. This morning, I wake up to Myles Garrett, defensive end for the Cleveland Browns. He requested a trade. And shit is kind of different because I don't remember, like last year when Brandon Ayuk requested a trade. I don't remember him doing like a nice note to the fans of the city he's playing in and saying, but unfortunately, I'm going to request a trade. Like it's getting too softy, weird. But anyway, he wrote a note to the Cleveland Browns fans that he wanted to go straight from Cleveland to Canton, which is where the Hall of Fame is, and he wants a trade. So where the fuck is he gonna go? I would love for him to be on my Niners, opposite side of fucking Nick Bosa, but who knows? My honest opinion, he's probably a future Hall of Famer. He's been with one team his whole career. Really didn't want to leave, but he wants to win. So to me, that makes him solid. And I think that he'll probably stay in the AFC. Probably. I mean, if he was smart, I would probably I would go to like Baltimore or something like that. Maybe even Steelers, where he had all that drama with Mason Rudolph. Maybe go there. Just keep it simple. Just really go to a winner. Yeah, I really wonder where he's going to go because that would be a big pickup for any team in the NFL right now. And let's see where he goes. because wherever he goes, that's going to be a solid ass defense and most likely favored to go deep in the playoffs.